Now let's proceed with the ABC of searching by knowing more about the Boolean operators. The Boolean operators are three: and, or, and not. And is for me the command. Or is mooring. Oring is mooring. Not is hot, and not hot as in wow I'm cool and sexy. No, hot is it hurts. When you touch it, you'll hurt your fingers. Let's see what do we mean by each and every one of the Boolean operators. And here I encounter a very funny situation that I used to hear Miss Aida always tell me about. She was teaching about Boolean operators, and all of a sudden she asked one of the students who was during the break having coffee. So she was next to him and asking him, how do you think the session is going? He was like, but why are you teaching us about Boolean? I mean, Boolean is very basic to us. We're doctors. Why do we need that? Then she said to herself, probably so. It might be very basic for him, but she cannot start from the advanced because there's different types of audience there. When she continued the lecture, she asked a question about Boolean operators, and she addressed the question to him and said, "You Boolean guy, how do we solve this issue?" He turned red and he told her, "I am not Boolean, I am Habboolean." And in Arabic, Habboolean means I am kind of silly and stupid. So that's why we should be learning about the Boolean operators and how to use them and where to use them in all the different databases, not just medical databases. Let's start with the and, which is the command. If we have a topic which is about hypertension in pregnancy, we will have two concepts. We'll have pregnancy and hypertension. So we want all the articles to be retrieved, or the results that have both the concepts pregnancy and hypertension in them, given to me. So I want actually the combination of both. If you recall in math, and is the intersection in the Venn diagram, in the probability. What about or? So say when I did pregnancy and hypertension, I didn't get so much results. So I decided to use the synonym of it, which is hypertension, which is high blood pressure, sorry. So I would be using the or. And by that, I will be getting the results that are from hypertension, that give me hypertension alone, high blood pressure alone, and the combination between both, which is hypertension or high blood pressure. So I will be increasing my search. And in math, or is the union. What about the not? If I'm tackling the topic of hypertension in males, but I'm too lazy to type hypertension and hypertension and males. Yes, so I did my concept as hypertension females. So is it okay for me to type hypertension not females, and by that I'll be selecting only the hypertension that are in males? So hypertension not females would give me hypertension in males, logically thinking. No, because I will be missing on articles that are talking about both hypertension in males and females, considering that I have two genders that I'm talking about. So they are females and males at this point. So I will be losing those articles that are talking about both. That's why, to remedy this, I have to do this all over again, doing it hypertension and males, and ditch this one. That's why not is hot. You will be losing maybe some relevant documents. When we have a mixture of Boolean operators, so say I am back to the concept of hypertension and pregnancy, but I'd be using pregnancy, hypertension, or high blood pressure. I am not the computer software engineer. I don't know how the database works. Would it process pregnancy and hypertension alone, and then OR the whole concept with high blood pressure? Or would it process it or analyze it as pregnancy and hypertension or high blood pressure together? There's no hypertension and high blood pressure, no. Similar concepts are ORed. So when I have a mixture of Boolean operators, those that are in OR are usually called, put in something called nesting. I'm nesting them, I'm putting them between brackets. I will force the database or the resource to look up for me the concept pregnancy and hypertension, whether it is hypertension or high blood pressure or any other synonym of it, by me putting a bracket before hypertension and after the last synonym of hypertension. Here it is high blood pressure. So when I have a combination, a mixture, a non-hybrid mixture, a heterogeneous mixture of Boolean operators, make sure to use the brackets and the nesting to do the concept right.